Welcome, everybody. It is Start Sit Different Day, and it is week 12. We're almost there. The playoffs are almost here. So much to get to. Our comment section is already popping. Gator, not here, obviously, because I'm hosting. Joe is back from Banana Ball Land, but we have a special guest here to help answer all of your Start Sit questions heading into week 12. Lindsay Rhodes from Summer Sports is here. Super excited for her donating her time. No more hesitations. Let's get into it. Welcome to Start Sit Different Day here. Oh, look at that. Joe's already just framing the cat. I love it.
Tommy's here. He jumped up on the desk. What do you want me to do?
Joe is back from Banana Ball Land. Of course, I'm Josh, hosting it for Gator J this week. And the guest of the hour, Lindsay Rhodes from Summer Sports is here. Lindsay, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, happy to be here, guys. Talking a little fantasy on a Saturday morning. It's morning. Well, it's morning everywhere.
I was going to say, it's a little early.
Very much morning where I am. Yeah. Rolling out of bed and sitting at my desk to talk a little start sit at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not a bad way to start Saturday. It's a nice little Saturday.
You know, we love it. We love it here. Gator, I know he's in the chat. Wish you could be here with us, buddy. But you know what? Appreciate you getting Lindsay for us. This is awesome. So hopefully we can get Lindsay back some other time and you can take part in this. So as always, this show runs on your questions, people. Starts it week 12. This is where it's at. We've got 4 teams on a bye this week. The Denver Broncos, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Miami Dolphins, and the Washington Commanders. We'll kick things off with a little bit of injury news to kind of let the questions roll in. Joe, just do me a favor and star everything as they come in.
No.
Sure. Thanks. Appreciate that.
By the way, I like your sweatshirt.
Mine? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Got to give a
shout
out.
Repping Jen Piacente's
Yeah, Jen
company.
Piacente, yeah.
I mean, I'm at a party.
Jen hooked me up with a sweatshirt, so I try to go through and wear it on all of our streams, and hopefully people notice. But if you have not already, download Shark Bets.
Yeah.
She knows her shit. It's great. All right. Quarterbacks out this week. Jackson Dart, Dylan Gabriel. More Jameis Winston, Shedeur Sanders' first start for the Cleveland Browns. That should be fun. And just before we went on air, the Bengals announced that Joe Burrow will be held out for week 12, lining him up to start on Thanksgiving against the Baltimore Ravens. Aaron Rodgers officially questionable with the wrist. Heading over to the running back position, Bucky Irving is out this week. Isaiah Pacheco is out this week. Trey Benson, Amari DiMercado, Samaje Perine is doubtful. And then, of course, some questionable tags. We have Kenneth Walker, Alvin Kamara, Ramondre Stevenson, and Josh Jacobs. Over to the wide receiver position. Jamar Chase, his suspension was upheld. Drake London is out. Marvin Harrison, Brian Thomas Jr., Alec Ayamaner, Rashad Bateman, Torrey Horton, Jaden Reed, all officially out. Questionable this week, Xavier Worthy, who's been questionable for the last month. Matthew Golden, Dontavian Wicks. Wow, that Green Bay wide receiver room is hurting. And right before we got on, announced Chris Godwin will play on Sunday.
Wow.
Yeah, finally. Let's see what he is able to do this week against the Rams. At tight end, Brenton Strange, questionable coming off of IR. And because Ryan likes to do this to me, kickers are people too. Eddie Pinheiro is questionable. Maybe Matt Gay plays this week after San Francisco picked him up. We shall see. That is your injury report heading into this week. Lindsay, I want to start with this. Any of those names that pop off as, all right, cool. Thank God they're back.
So, and also the opposite. Like Bucky is, I have him everywhere.
Same.
I'm such a big Bucky person. I drafted Bucky everywhere. I mean, him going at the end of the second round, I was like, yes, please. And by the way, I feel like I was right to do that. Like when he was on the field, he's a monster. That's not where he should be going in drafts. Didn't think about the injury. I mean, the injury thing is not something that you can really factor in because anyone can get injured. This is just crushing my teams. It's crushing my teams. He's just sitting down there. And I know this is that year where like everyone is down there on the bench, all of the good players seemingly, or on IR. But Bucky, I've just been waiting. And this week I went and I literally, once he got back to practice, just for vibes purposes,
Put him back in the starting lineup.
I put him back in. I was like, this one's done. And then it made a mental note, like, please remember to go back and take him out if this doesn't happen. And I was so sad yesterday to go like in all of my lineups and replace him. Luckily, I have Sean Tucker in a bunch of those, so should be fine. Though the matchups not great. But also getting Chris Godwin back. I have a lot of Chris Godwin because of where he went in drafts. I was like, this is worth a shot at this point, and I'll just put him on my bench and wait for him to be ready. And so I'm happy to have the ability to plug him back in. Pinheiro also randomly, for whatever reason, was my kicker in a lot of leagues, so I had to go replace my kicker this week. That's the one position I very much am an advocate for doing kickerless leagues, like more flex spots. Let's play fantasy. This whole kicker bullshit I don't want to do. So
put the punters in there.
Anyway. So yeah, those are the 3 ones that really hit me the most.
What do you make of the report that came out where apparently Bucky's been dealing with some mental health concerns, like coming back from the injury and everything, and that seemingly is what's kind of delayed the timetable a little bit?
I don't know. I feel like more than anything, I just don't want to comment about. I wish that we all weren't having this conversation because that feels like it's a somewhat private thing that should be for him to reveal to everybody if he wants to reveal to everybody. And it feels like the fact that there are reports where people are saying like, I'll tell you off air what's going on with him, just kind of makes me feel a little bit dirty, like if I was someone who was having mental health problems because of all of this, I think that might make it worse.
That's fair.
So but in terms of like, if that is what's going on, then that's way more important. And, I hope that all gets sorted out, and that's way more important than my fantasy team. So
100%. All right. We got about 20 questions already in the chat. So we're going to start there.
Popping here.
We ready? Let's kick things off.
No.
I was going to say no.
Well, I hope you're ready, Joe, because we're starting with you.
Oh, fine.
All right. Mooney, Tyler Warren. Actually, well, maybe that might be Jalen Warren. Steve-O, if you're still in the chat, please clarify.
Yeah, which Warren?
Warren
guys, it doesn't matter. You're sitting Darnell Mooney. It doesn't matter.
Half PPR pick 2. Yep.
It literally doesn't matter. Kirk Cousins is throwing the football. You're sitting Darnell Mooney.
Oh, so sad.
Which is so crazy because Darnell Mooney was so good last year.
When Kirk Cousins could throw, kind of,
yeah.
So I should not have picked up Kadarius Hodge in a complete and total. You guys, in one of my leagues, it is an off-platform league. I don't know if any of the rest of you guys deal with this. Like almost all my leagues are on Sleeper. And then I have one league that's on ESPN and I have one league that's on its own app. Like it's actually a website. It's not even an app. Right. So like those are the ones I always do last. And if I am to forget a league, those are the 2 leagues that I forget. And so the ESPN league, I looked at my roster yesterday and was like, how did I end up in this position? I have to replace so many people. And Kadarius Hodge was my best option on waivers.
I feel that. I do have one league that is on ESPN. Everything else is on Sleeper. And I'm just kind of like, that's always the one I do last.
Right?
I feel that 100%. Steve-O did clarify it is Jalen Warren, but I think we're all unanimous.
Okay.
We're sitting Darnell Mooney here.
Yep.
All right. Well, Gator couldn't be here with us, but he chimes in on the chat. How are we feeling about Chris Godwin this week against the Los Angeles Rams?
I mean, I'm playing him where I have him. Well, actually, it's not true. There is one league where I just have better wide receiver options, and so I don't need to force him back in, and also not enough flex spots. But I went ahead and put him back in a couple of leagues where I have him. Honestly, a lot of these decisions for me are just out of necessity. Like, I mean, I've got benches that have Terry McLaurin and Garrett Wilson, and like, I'm not even hitting some of the bigger names that have gone to IR. So I feel like, it's like a beggars can't be choosers type situation for me where he feels like the best option. The Rams defense is just bonkers. I think that the Rams team is one of my favorites this year for a bunch of different reasons, coaching, player depth, all of it. But I think that the Bucks are going to have the ability to put up points. Like they're not gonna get, shut out or anything like that. They've played very good teams these last couple of weeks, and they have lost, but like they've been playing good teams. They've only lost to good teams this year, and they've still kept it close. They're putting up points. They're just allowing a lot of points to be scored. So I think that Chris Godwin could be a big part of this. The thing that really happens for me in this matchup is like Tez Johnson, who was like that borderline playable guy for a little while. He gets bumped down with Chris Godwin back in, and I'm hoping that Chris Godwin has a good game.
Yeah.
Or I'm not expecting like a good game. I guess I should clarify that. I'm probably thinking I'm looking at like 13 points 40 from Chris Godwin, right? Like around that, and I'm okay with that in the leagues where I'm putting him back in because that's my best case scenario.
That's fair. Joe.
He's alive and doesn't have an injury designation. I'm not playing him in any league, but that's because my teams are fine at the receiver position and flex spots that I just looked at. Like I'm not my team has Devontae Adams, George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb. Sorry, you're not making the roster when those three guys are in there. So I just want to see him get back actually and have a full game before anything.
See, and I said the same thing about Ricky Pearsall last week. Like, let's get a game under their belt. And of course that worked out because Pearsall put up a big goose egg. I don't think Godwin's going to put up a goose egg, but
they got to throw to stay in the game.
Yeah.
But
100%.
Yeah, I'm not like rushing to play him, but if you need to, good option.
All right. Another one from Steve-O. We going at tight end, half PPR. Jake Ferguson against Philly or Juwan Johnson against Atlanta. Joe.
Am I really going to trust Tyler Shugg? I'll go Ferguson.
Okay. Lindsay.
I have been rolling with Ferguson all year long. And I would probably roll with him in this situation. I think that look, it's a non-ideal matchup for Juwan Johnson. Atlanta's not allowing that many fantasy points to tight ends. But I do want to say that I think that he has become such an interesting part of this whole equation at tight end for fantasy in the last few weeks in particular. With the moves that they made with Rashid Shaheed. I think him being a guy who earns a lot of targets on a week-to-week basis is probably something that we're going to see for the rest of the season. So I like Juwan Johnson. I think Jake Ferguson is in a more stable offense.
I would agree with you 100% on that. Since week 7, Philly's allowed the 3rd fewest fantasy points to tight end. Atlanta is the 8th fewest. So really, it's not a great matchup for either. Philly has only allowed 1 receiving touchdown to tight ends this season. And that's kind of where Jake Ferguson has sort of been making his money of late since CeeDee Lamb came back. So for me, it's you want the touchdown upside potentially with Ferguson because that's how he makes his points, or Juwan Johnson from a volume perspective. I personally would lean Juwan Johnson, but it is half PPR, so I understand the TD side of things.
Yeah, I almost think that the half PPR becomes an even stronger push towards Jake Ferguson just because of the tight end component, and I trust Dallas to score touchdowns. The touchdown component, not tight end. Ugh. It is early on a Saturday, but yeah, so I think that would push me even more towards Jake Ferguson.
All right, this one from George. Now that he's streaming, Sam Darnold wants to know, do they stick with Cade Otton or pivot to AJ Barner in a half PPR league? A little worried about Otton with Godwin playing this week. Joe.
Play Barner. He plays Tennessee. Like that's a great matchup. Cade Otton needs like touchdowns at this point because Godwin's going to steal all his targets in the middle.
Yeah. I agree with that assessment. AJ's such an interesting that the Seattle tight ends are so fascinating just from a real world football standpoint, the way that they use those guys. I think it's really interesting that AJ Barner is the guy who has benefited from a fantasy standpoint. At the beginning of the year, I thought we were going to likely get a lot of like the tight end out of Seattle needed to be on our radar, but I thought it was going to be Elijah Arroyo. Like, remember all the talk in training camp? They're like, they're lining him up out wide. They're sending him out on go routes. And I was like, yes, put Barner in as a blocker. And then Elijah's going to be like an extra wide receiver on the field. And it's absolutely gone the other way, where AJ Barner's the guy that they're actually throwing the ball to. I thought he was going to be the blocking tight end this year. But certainly, I would say this. If you're an underdog, AJ Barner has the ability to put up a big number, as we saw.
And we've seen it this year.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm on board with that. To me, it makes sense to go Barner just from an upside perspective. I mean, we've seen the 2 touchdown weeks. K-Dot, and again, we've seen it how many years now? When the wide receivers are down, he does well because he sees targets.
Yep.
When they're back, he's a figment of Baker's imagination. So,
Yep.
All right, another one from George. Defense question: would you go Patriots this week or the Jaguars? Our resident Patriots fan, Joseph.
Pats. I'm not here to trust either defense personally, but one is not changing time zones and the other is going all the way across the country. So, and just came off a big performance at home. I feel like it's low-key a trap game. I'm starting Jacksonville's defense in one league because I have to, but I have the Patriots in every other league. So, Pats defense.
Lindsay.
I think I might go Jaguars in this case. I like
I believe
the
Trayvon Walker was ruled out already this week.
Trayvon is out.
Yeah. So they're
Oh,
down
no.
pass rusher. Well, I mean, Joe, we talked on Wednesday about their pass rush.
Yeah, but the better guy is Josh Allen. Like, that's why I'd be worried about if he was out.
I mean, that's fair.
Without Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker is doo-doo. So
that is a really, really good point. Like, even outside of fantasy, the fact that because Josh Hines Allen is not a big sack guy, but he is that consistent pressures guy that changes the pocket and kind of forces things up. Yeah, I think I would. I mean, the Jags defense has just been good at creating turnovers, and so I'm going to look for that.
Afraid to turn the ball over. Either.
I know, and I'm starting Jacoby Brissett, and this has been a rough year for me, clearly in fantasy with some of these names that I'm telling you that I'm starting. But in some 2 quarterback leagues, Jacoby Brissett, but he's been so much better than I think anybody would have thought.
That's NFL record holder Jacoby Brissett to you.
Yeah.
Put
some respect on that name.
Yeah. All right.
He's been the epitome of consistency. Not a single game under 250 and 2 touchdowns. I mean, that's 18 fantasy points right there. So,
dog.
You take that all day. All right. From George, he and I have actually been talking about this in the Discord. Trying to move Justin Jefferson for Emeka Egbuka.
Sure. It's not going to work. Like sure. Yeah.
I mean, obviously components involved, but do we feel it's
what does that trade look like?
George,
what do you think you have to? I mean, is it just straight up? You go, yeah, it's Jefferson and Egbuka?
No, let me see if I can find it.
I was going to say, if the person's buying name value, I think they'll take it, but you probably need Jefferson and a RB2 for Egbuka. Maybe a flex guy.
You guys, that's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, JJ McCarthy sucks. Oh my God, who could have seen that coming? But it's
also it's interesting because remember a couple of years ago, I remember the conversation prior to Sam Darnold going to Minnesota when people were worried that he was going to suck. Before we knew that he actually was good. It was, should we bump down Justin Jefferson in fantasy? And we were looking back at the year before, and he had played with a rotating cast of randoms at quarterback, right? And he had still put up fantasy production that would have made him wide receiver 6 or something like that. So I think a lot of us, I mean, I was definitely operating under the assumption he can kind of put up a good fantasy line for you no matter who the quarterback is. And we're finding out that answer this year is hold my beer.
Well, those quarterbacks could throw to the left side of the field. JJ McCarthy can't. So
he does chime in Jefferson plus either Pearsall, Alec Pierce, or Wan'Dale Robinson.
Sure. In a heartbeat.
I mean, I would be fine with that 100%. Egbuka, to me, is an absolute upgrade from Justin Jefferson. So
easily.
Yeah. I'm with it.
Yep.
Easily.
All
I
right.
like that. I mean, I like that offense too.
Yeah.
I like Tampa's offense. Like you get
So
some
much
of those
better.
pieces back in there. If Bucky comes back, like down the stretch for the playoffs, yes, please, all of it.
All right. Don't want to be overreacting on such a talented, consistent player, but considering trading away Amon-Ra with his whole hand problem that's going under the radar, would you consider Amon-Ra, Breece Hall, and Judkins for JSN and Javonte Williams? Or is that too much? Joe?
I mean, it feels pretty even. Breece and Judkins aren't anything crazy, and I don't know. I always which
I mean, the best
team
player in
record?
the deal is JSN right now. So
100%. Yep.
Yeah, so I think I'm taking it, but I also say, what's
you're
your
a
record?
running back person, so this is
Well,
like
I'm a running back guy, but also, what's your record? If you're 8-3, don't change anything. If you're 5-6, sure, let's change up the sauce. But if you're 8-3, you're fine. You're chilling. So I wouldn't change anything if you're a winning roster, in my opinion.
In my opinion, the only person that would say yes to the Amon-Ra St. Brown side of the deal right now is somebody who is starting someone shitty in that third spot. Like they need volume. Sure. They need 3 players that can put up double digits on a regular basis. Otherwise, the JSN Javonte side of the deal is getting the best wide receiver and the best running back. And so that feels a little bit lopsided, right? So you're going to have to attack a very specific, like that roster better need both of those guys. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I think I would say that I wouldn't make it if I had JSN and Javonte. I wouldn't be willing to trade away somebody. And by the way, Javonte, like maybe the person I was most wrong about this year in fantasy.
Oh, I wanted most wrong about JSN, so that's crazy.
For me, it was definitely JSN.
You were wrong about him?
Very, so wrong. You have no idea.
Very wrong about JSN.
You thought he was going to be terrible? I just didn't have a take on him. I have no.
For me,
I don't have
for me, it just boiled down to I didn't know how he was going to fit with Clint Kubiak. Kubiak doesn't run a lot of like 11 personnel. Every head coach going back to college has basically said JSN is a slot receiver. And if you're not running 11 personnel, there's not a whole lot of room for the slot. So I was like, I don't understand why he's going as high as he is. The fuck did I know? Like,
thank God he's wide
you understand
1.
Now.
This ding dong.
I did not see.
But the thing, I don't shy away from being wrong. Like, look, I whiffed. So be it. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm fine being wrong as long as like it's my process and I was wrong for reasons that I believe and can make sense of in my brain.
Well, and
Javonte was that for me. Like I was like, what are, first of all, was very judgmental about the Cowboys.
Oh, I'm
like, what are you doing?
I'm an Eagles
like you're just
fan,
bringing in like 3 running backs this offseason who are all crappy. Like, you know what I mean? Like nobody can move the needle. And then Javonte has.
I think it's easy to say that Javante's probably been arguably, if not the best value from fantasy drafts.
Yep.
With what he's put up so far this season. Yeah, I mean, to me, this just boils down to, do I need RB depth if I have the JSN Javonte side? Because you can never have too much RB depth, in my opinion. So that's where
I would still be scared to pull the trigger, even if I needed that.
Well, if you're giving up JSN,
these guys are so good.
Yeah, right. All right, would you trade Debo for Tyler Warren? The guy also has Bowers, but needs a wide receiver.
Who's your tight end?
Yeah, I mean, because you may not need Tyler Warren. But also, too, why wouldn't you need Tyler Warren?
I mean,
unless you have Trey McBride, you need Tyler Warren.
in a vacuum, I'll take it. That guy doesn't need Tyler Warren, so.
Trone Force, 81.99 is the guy who's getting Tyler Warren in this particular, right? Because he's saying the guy also has Bowers, but needs a wide receiver.
Correct.
So he's gauging like whether or not we would take it if we were on the receiving end of this offer.
Mm-hmm. His tight end's Goddard.
And I would say that. So what you have to factor in here is how many flex spots does he have room to play Tyler, or is Tyler sitting on his bench, or is Bowers sitting on his bench? Like, is that what's happening here?
Well, the way that I'm reading it is the guy has Bowers and Warren and needs a wide receiver. So Trone is offering Debo for Warren. So Trone would get Tyler Warren back. I'm fine with that. I mean, Debo's been kind of underrated, honestly. Like, he's gotten kind of lost in translation with how bad and up and down that Washington offense has been. I think it's a pretty fair trade, in all honesty. I think it benefits both parties, so I don't need it.
Tight end is Goddard, so we're looking to upgrade from Goddard here.
I think that's a fair upgrade.
I would send the trade.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Easy.
Real quick, just want to give a quick shout out, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy.
Love you.
Wendy.
Appreciate you. I'll see you on Thursday. Well, maybe not this week because it's Thanksgiving, but next week we'll see you.
You guys aren't gonna do a show on Thursday on Thanksgiving?
No, definitely not.
No,
we don't.
Maybe.
Well, I was trying to get the Sneaky Girls to do something on Wednesday, but I think they're just gonna kind of do what they do every Thursday on Thanksgiving, and they'll like pre-record some picks and stuff. So we'll see them on the following week. So, all right, from Steven. I have a few starters on a bye this week. Join the club. It's full PPR. Pick one wide receiver spot and 2 flexes, but also need to drop one.
Sure.
Oh,
So this should get fun. All right, let's start the wide receiver position. Jordan Addison, Romeo Doubs, Alec Pierce. Need one wide receiver to start.
I'm going Addison.
Yeah, I'm probably also going
go.
Addison. I don't like it, but I'm also going Addison.
Yeah, he finds the end zone. Even if it's only 2 for 20, he finds the end zone. So
He does.
all right. Now we need 2 flexes. So those same 2, Dobbs and Pierce, but let's add in Emmanuel Wilson, Sean Tucker, and Kenneth Walker.
Dobbs and Walker.
I mean, I'm definitely playing Walker.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully
Walker
the questionable tag isn't too bad.
Against Tennessee, who's given up the most rushing touchdowns to running backs. And
Yeah, so that means Zach
Has he-
Charbonnet for 3 touchdowns. So that's big.
Terrible.
Don't jinx that.
No,
Come on,
not
Jim.
anymore.
I have
No.
to start Charbonnet because Drake London's out, so I wouldn't be mad about it. Dobbs and Kenneth Walker. Indianapolis is going to get shown up by Kansas City. Sean Tucker's matchup is horrendous, and you can drop Emmanuel Wilson.
so one of the at Sumer Sports, we have a football AI chatbot that we've released this year called Sumer Brain. It has fantasy capabilities, and one of the questions that you can put in it, like I like putting in questions that are going to get different answers than just like should I start this guy or this guy? Because then it will revert to like projections, which were like, yeah, I can read numbers too. But so one of the questions that I like to put in is like, which running back has a better than normal matchup this week, so that it can kind of gauge like the environment a little bit more. And the answer that it gave me was Kenneth Walker above all other running backs this week against Tennessee because of the rushing touchdowns allowed to running backs by Tennessee, and the Walker has 25 red zone carries this season. And the Titans have allowed 10 red zone rushing touchdowns. So from a matchup standpoint, in terms of the ways that they use Kenneth Walker and what Tennessee specifically is not good at, was highlighted here. So his was the name that came up as like the number 1 running back who had like a mismatch kind of going.
You're making me feel very good about one of my upside plays from Wednesday, Lindsay. So
there you go.
Because you know, I tend to struggle on those.
Sean Tucker. Well, yeah, use Sumer Brain and cheat.
See, there you go. Is it pronounced Sumer or Summer?
Sumer.
Okay. I've definitely
like
not
the ancient Sumerians from Mesopotamia.
Okay.
Who were ahead of their time in terms of technology.
I like it.
Big analytics guys.
Joe and I are gonna fight offline. Online.
They loved DVOA. Let me tell you, they loved it.
Yeah, I would go. Let's see, Addison, Walker, and then flip a coin on one of the wide receivers. I'll probably go Pierce.
Dobbs.
Who are you dropping? You're dropping Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah, honestly, you don't need Wilson unless you have Josh Jacobs. That's kind of the way that I look at it.
Even if you have Josh Jacobs, you still don't need Emmanuel Wilson.
I mean, that's fair. I do think Jacobs plays anyway, so there's that. All right, Cap for Life. Do I trade Wan'Dale Robinson and Bucky Irving for Tootin and Jalen Waddle? Joe.
Sure.
Wow, Mr. Anti-Jalen Waddle's finally coming around.
I'm also anti-Bucky, as I've been from the beginning. As I said in the offseason, don't draft Bucky Irving.
Timeout. We're fighting for so many reasons.
Lindsay, how's Bucky Irving been doing for you this year?
He's hurt.
How's he been doing for you?
Did you project, like, were you like, you know why you shouldn't draft Bucky? Because I think he's gonna get hurt. Was that your thought process there?
No, I said sophomore slump, and the slump just happens to include an
But
injury.
he's not
I'm not mad about
slumping.
it.
He's hurt.
But it feels like a slump when you think about it, though.
No, it doesn't.
You ready?
Totally different thing.
I'm gonna give you my impression of Bucky Irving. Ready? So this is him on the bench. Slumped.
That's terrible.
I
can't.
I thought Bucky was gonna have a down year, injury, whatever. I hate Jalen Waddle.
Not whatever. Those are totally different things.
They are very different things. I would agree.
Hey. I don't have him in any league. You guys do, and you're suffering for it. That's all.
In fairness, the only leagues I have him in are Dynasty. I didn't draft them.
All right.
I have him in every fucking league.
So this is why Lindsay's very passionate about it, because Bucky's put up a fat goose egg for about 12 weeks this season.
Yeah, it feels like he's been out for 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate Wandale.
Okay, but also, like, are we gonna do this whole Jackson Dart? Like, maybe not for the rest of the year too, because that's a huge part of this. Like, who's throwing to Wandale?
Yeah, and that's we know who's throwing to Jalen Waddle, and that guy sucks. So it's. But here's the thing: I'll admit, Waddle. I don't know what they've changed in the last few weeks. They're throwing to Waddle, and it's working. Yep. And I do like Tootin, so I'm fine with going to get Waddle and Tootin. You have a running back that will actually play, and yeah, the quarterback situation in. Even if it's Jameis, that's not like Wandale's not a Jameis guy.
Yes.
Like Jameis
is like, who's out? Jalen Hyatt. You can run
except
fast.
Jalen Hyatt can't catch.
No.
Well, hey, Jalen Hyatt can catch. He just turned off his monitor halfway through the corner route to end the game, and his controller died halfway through the route. So he had to, his batteries ran out. What do you want him to do? He couldn't do anything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would go Tootin and Waddle.
Yeah, to me the best player, quote unquote, is Jalen Waddle, and I want that side. Tootin looks like. Look, I love Bucky.
I'm not going to do it.
No.
I'm going to come down on the side of Bucky's coming back next week. They've said he's coming back next week. When Bucky comes back next week, you now insert a healthy offense. You make it even more healthy than it has already been. You saw what Sean Tucker did. Like, now it's Bucky. Yeah. And Sean Tucker goes bye-bye. Yeah, I want Bucky down.
Which pains me because I love Sean Tucker.
If you've held Bucky for this long,
yeah, you want to keep him
back next week, and you're like, bye. Let's go pick up Tootin.
No, you're trading for
Tootin.
Tootin.
You should have done that 3 weeks ago to make this worth it. Now is not the time.
I mean, look,
no cap for
100%.
Life.
That's fair. Like,
Stand
if
strong.
you've held Bucky this long, like, you want to see it through at this point. So,
yeah. Is Tootin gonna win you the championship? No.
Yeah, when Travis Etienne twists his ankle this week against the Cardinals. Book it. Book it.
You're the injury predictor.
Apparently.
All right, full PPR need to sit one.
Jesus.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown,
Ted.
Travion Henderson, Stephon Diggs, George Pickens, Tedero, and McMillan.
No, Ted McMillan.
We're gonna call him Ted. Even though we're not allowed to call him Ted.
Mama don't like Ted.
Yes.
Chase.
These are good options, and I think your gut was to say Chase.
Yeah, Chase Brown.
Chase is my guy too. To sit.
Yeah,
it's not Travion. Trayvon. Trey. Why did I at?
It is Travion.
Okay,
they just spelled it wrong.
Now I'm.
Well,
I became Ron Burgundy there. I'm like, but it says Trayvon. It must be Trayvon.
Well, Trayvon Diggs. I mean, worst corner in the NFL.
Myself.
Super chat, Josh.
Oh, hello.
Ding ding ding.
This thing.
All right.
Oh,
happy PR. Need to flex.
This shit. I'm gonna sit out. I want my cut.
I want a cut too. Don't you worry. I want a cut too.
Venmo me my $1, please. Okay.
All right. Happy PR. Need a flex between Tyler Warren, Bam Knight, or Michael Wilson.
Michael Wilson. Michael Wilson. He's gonna get the volume.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one.
Michael Wilson was our highest scoring player in the entire league at any position last week in our Sumer score metric.
That's crazy.
Out of everyone. Like, I got the graphic from our graphics people. Like, hey, look at this and see if it's okay. I was like, what's wrong with it is that Michael Wilson is at the top. What the hell? Is that right?
That's Mr. Sophia Smith to you guys. All right? Michael Wilson.
I'm on board with Michael Wilson too. And it hurts because it's like we've been setting up for this like Marvin Harrison Jr. breakout, and because of freaking appendicitis, it's Michael Wilson breaking out. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
Michael
Wilson.
That's
the Team USA bump right there.
Yeah.
18 targets.
That's wild.
What?
I know. 57 pass attempts isn't going to happen every week, but even 10 targets on a normal week, like, I'm going to take that because I don't see any of these guys getting that. And Bam Knight should not even be on a roster. The guy's terrible.
Oh.
Sorry.
Zonovan.
Yeah. A+ name, not A+ performance.
All right. I go back to Marcus's.
All right. Starting T. Higgins, JSN, and Pittman with Tetero and McMillan in the flex. But they have Gainwell, Josh Jacobs on the bench. Would you swap anybody out? Jacobs is still hurt. Sean Tucker is on waivers. Would you drop BTJ or Monungai to grab Tucker?
I like Monungai.
No, I think what you have is correct. I think what you have is right. My only worry is Pittman against Kansas City because of Trent McDuffie, and Daniel Jones has been regressing slightly, but I'm not ready to put in Gainwell over.
Well, but what Pittman. You could do is put McMillan over Pittman and then Jacobs in your flex.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard me, but I'm not ready to do that yet.
Okay.
So yeah, I that's not Jacobs off the injury. I'm not sure. If he was fully healthy, fine.
Yeah.
But I would leave Pittman in.
We also don't love T. Higgins this week against Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah, but for some fucking reason, this defense loves to run zone. And then on those zone plays, I guarantee you T. Higgins catches a touchdown.
What do we know about Josh Jacobs and where he is in this injury? Because
he's in Green Bay.
Because they called it a knee contusion. And
sure. Okay.
By all accounts, he seems confident he's going to play.
Great.
I've never seen Josh Jacobs sit out because of really anything. It feels like he's a gamer. Like, that dude's got to literally break something to be out.
That's the only part of this whole equation that scares me a little bit. Like, I just have a hard time. If he is on the field, I have a hard time putting him on the bench.
And that's kind of where I'm at.
But Higgins, I'm starting. JSN, I'm starting. The only ones I'm even thinking about maybe are Pittman or Jacobs. Like that combination. Okay, but you guys are saying no, you would start.
I'm fine starting Jacobs over Pittman.
If you're not worried about the injury, Jacobs over Pittman. If you are, Pittman over Jacobs. That's what I would do.
Okay, that's fair. I can co-sign that statement.
Yeah. Now for the waiver question.
I love that the graphic covers your face completely, by the way. Like, you're going to have to like go like this.
Joe's short.
I am 5'10".
He's actually not. It's just funny.
I am 2 inches above the average male height in America. Thank you very much. Okay.
Oh, so funny.
Right.
Oh, man. All right. Tucker's on waivers. Would you drop BTJ or Monungai for Tucker?
No, because if you're not even playing him right now, and by the way, I would not force him into my lineup this week against the Rams defense.
He was one of my downsides.
But you're losing him next week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, knock on wood. Like, find all of the wood. You're losing him next week. Please come back, Bucky.
No, here's the thing. What we need to lose, we need to lose Rashad White and let Bucky work with Sean Tucker. That's what we need.
Yeah.
Rashad White's terrible. All right. Jordan Love or Caleb Williams?
Ooh.
Never either of them.
So entitled with this. Like, never. I mean, what? Like, I just told you that I'm playing Jacoby Brissett, bro.
Yeah, I would pick up Jacoby Brissett and play over both of these guys. That would, without hesitation, I would do that. Caesar's been here forever. He knows my vibe. Jordan Love's the most mid quarterback and overrated quarterback on planet Earth. Caleb Williams plays blind and can't read a defense. The better matchup is Jordan Love at home against Minnesota. So I will go Jordan Love. I'm going to play the matchup.
I would go Caleb.
That's fine because there's rushing upside, but
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, some reason, scares me.
I don't know what version of Pittsburgh's defense I'm getting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like they could look like the 85 Bears, or they could look like the 2025 Cincinnati Bengals. Like it's crazy.
I think any of that has to do with not knowing what kind of Pittsburgh offense you're going to get. And
Also true.
Well,
that
that's also
impacting
true.
the defense. They've been no bueno.
Yeah, Joe, how do you think Pittsburgh's defense looks if Mason Rudolph is the quarterback?
Well, is he playing corner? Like if anything, doesn't Pittsburgh's defense tend to play better when there's a shittier quarterback in the game?
Yeah, seemingly, because they feel like they have to shoulder the load and win the game for them. So that's fair.
It's in Chicago. If Pittsburgh at home scares me more than Pittsburgh on the road, but God, I can't get over how bad Caleb Williams is as a quarterback.
What? He's gotten so much better this year, and you're just unwilling to see it.
Lindsay.
This is you plugging your ears.
Vibe with me for a sec. I know we're 3,000 miles apart on different coasts. Vibe with me for a sec, okay?
I'll let you talk.
Vibe with me. Has he ever hit his second read? Has he ever hit his third read? Has he ever actually thrown the football to the correct receiver or done anything right Lindsay, he cannot read a defense. He bails out, uses his legs way too much. Does he make incredible plays? Sure. Once in a blue moon, but he can't sit back, read a defense, and throw the football. He can't. He truly can't. Rome Odunze had a 50% catch rate last year. You want to know why? Because Caleb couldn't fucking hit him. And it's becoming that again.
I was going to say, he's roughly around 50% catch rate again this year, too.
Because Caleb can't throw the football accurately.
Okay. Even if everything you said were true, which no, he's still averaging 19 fantasy points per game, and that's the game that we're playing here.
100%.
So,
I agree with that.
Even if he's taking the field every week and going, I can't see you. Okay. He's still finding a way to put 19 fantasy points on the field. So for purposes of this conversation, you have to take that into consideration. Okay. Secondly,
and I did.
He has become very different in a couple of specific ways this year. His sack rate. I don't actually have this week's number in front of me, but last week I made some notes about these things, and I would imagine these percentages haven't changed dramatically. 4% on the season. Last year, that number was 10%. That was a massive, massive problem for him last year. He ranked 37th in sack rate. He was just taking all the sacks, holding onto the ball, didn't have a feel for his time in the pocket. This year, down to 4%, ranked 6th in the NFL in that category. We fixed that. We also fixed that with some additions on the O-line who are playing very, very well in the middle. That gets him credit for that. His deep ball rate is up 13% from last year. He's taking a lot more downfield shots. That helps us in fantasy. It's also good in this case in real world football because he has more time. And so those longer developing routes have time to develop and he can hit them. I think he's seeing things better. I think his completion percentage is slightly down. And I think that that's not terrible because he's taking more downfield shots. That's better for his team from an EPA standpoint. I know you love analytics. So let me give you some glorious EPA stats.
Sure. Lay it on me.
I disagree with the things that you said about him. He has a lot of things still to prove and develop on, but I like the steps that we've taken this year. And for purposes of a fantasy show, he's scoring fantasy points.
There you go. The rushing upside. Let's go, Caleb. I'm with you on this one, Lindsay.
Nope.
All right, we got a lot of questions. I want to break from this really quick because I want to give our favorite starts of the week. Lindsay, I didn't get this to you beforehand, but if you have a favorite start, let me know. I'll let Joe and myself kind of read ours off really quick. I'm going to go David Montgomery against the Giants. The Giants are allowing the third most fantasy points to running backs since week 7. I don't think this affects Jahmyr Gibbs. We have seen big time performances just this season as well as previous seasons from both Montgomery and Gibbs. Dan Campbell and this Detroit offense scored 6 points last week against Philly. You can't tell me going against a worse defense in the Giants, he doesn't have plans to put up a 50 spot. Give me all the Lions this week. I want all of it. This has everything that I love in a fantasy matchup. Joe, Dak Prescott. Why you got to go against my team, man? What's going on?
Dak Prescott at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. They tend to play them pretty good at AT&T. And if Dallas needs to continue to keep winning, they play their best at AT&T. They're going to need to throw to stay in the game. As not electric as the Eagles offense has looked, the Cowboys defense has been the worst defense in the NFL this season. So they should be able to put up some points. The Eagles should, which then obviously leaves the door open for the Cowboys to have to throw to stay in the game. But even if they don't, for some reason, if the Eagles continue to suck on offense and can't figure it out, Dallas is still going to want to drop 40 points on the Eagles because that's exactly what the NFC East wants to do. They're going to throw to stay in this game. Javonte Williams is going to have a great week because that run defense is really good. I still think Philly's defense is good, but they will have to handle two very good receivers, handle a tight end. Like, I think they're going to have a good game. Them being the Cowboys.
Is this our AJ Brown week?
No week is AJ Brown week.
No, AJ Brown is horrible against zone coverage.
That's why the Cowboys are so bad, because they run zone.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ is a man coverage beater, and Eberflus doesn't love to run man.
I love how you put coverage in between man and beater. Smart. It's a 900 IQ.
Look, I want it to be an AJ Brown week more than anybody as an Eagles fan. It's not coming this week.
It feels like it could be the week. This is the matchup that would set us up for that exclamation point that finally turns us out of we do this every year with Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Every year we do this with their offense where we go, I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. They're all so good. Why is it inconsistent? Why do they hate each other?
I feel like that's next week against the Bears.
And not against one of the worst defenses in the NFL that they are rivals against. Like, I don't see this going Dallas's way. You think Dallas is going to walk out of this and be like, we did it? No.
Hey,
Dax only lost like 2 games against NFC East and like
let's get this. I don't think Dallas wins. All right. I don't think Dallas wins the game. I think they just throw a lot.
No, my point is, I just think that Philly puts it all to bed. This is the week where we pivot towards playoff Philly.
I hope so, because if they beat the Bears, they win the NFC East, win these next 2 games. So I'm all about it.
I'm glad you have faith in the Eagles.
Somebody has to, because nobody in Philadelphia media does.
I'm not sure how you could not. Look, like, if you're like fully immersed in the whole, like, I live and die by like every detail of the Phillies, I could see how you could get caught up in all. They do this every year.
Yeah, they do.
Sitting where I sit in Los Angeles, so far away from Philly, I'm like, blah, 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 blah. They'll be there. Right? Like, we do this all the time. We do this with the Chiefs, although the Chiefs just continue to like stay outside the playoff. I'm like, when are you guys going to jump? When are we going to do this thing? But I feel like this is cut paste. Have this conversation every year for Philly. Like, I don't know why we're having this conversation, and it clearly is part of a systemic thing that needs to be addressed. But I
would like to turn your attention back to 2023, the year after they went to the Super Bowl and lost, and then they absolutely blew chunks the final 6 weeks of the season and then got bounced in the first round of the playoffs. So if we're playing based off years, Super Bowl, shitty end to the season, Super Bowl, shitty end to the season. So
I'm not thinking about that, Joe. Not thinking about it.
I am.
Think about it.
I am. Don't worry. I know that I'm ready for the Patriots to get bounced the first round of the playoffs. I'm ready for it. I'm already.
All right. Before we hit the lightning round, Lindsay, do you have a favorite start this week?
No, not in particular. Although I do think that, like, if you have Hunter Henry, maybe like this is maybe like the Bengals are that team, right? Like that everybody. Who was the tight end 2 weeks ago that went nuts against them?
Colson Loveland.
No. Yes. I think it was Loveland.
Yeah.
Like you're like, Colson Loveland's a big part of the offense.
Yeah.
Look at this, like 30 points that he put up.
No,
like,
he's not.
You know why? It's because he's
played
playing Cincy, and Cincy
he
just
is.
does like you attack them with your tight end.
I got so hyped for that because he had such good matchups,
Right.
and he's done nothing.
Who's his quarterback?
Shut up, Joe.
Well, it's the quarterback's job to distribute the ball evenly amongst all of the different pass catchers, among of which there are many.
Or hear me out, you pepper your number one target. I'm not
But
saying
your number
Loveland.
one target in that offense is not Colston Loveland. Nor
No,
would it
that's what
ever
I'm saying.
be.
It's not Colson Loveland. It's Roma Dunze, and he's only caught 50% of his balls because his quarterback can't.
52. Thank you very much.
My apology. Hey,
I'm going to start having some technical difficulties.
2 inches, 2%. That's a lot for some people, okay? That's a lot for some people.
All right, let's get into the lightning round because we've got a lot of questions here still.
Yeah,
all right, from Joseph. Know this question from Discord? Yes. All right, start 2. Pearsall, Sean Tucker, Trey Tucker, Tez Johnson. It's half PPR. And Josh Downs is available on waivers if that's an option. Joe, where are you going?
Pearsall and Trey Tucker against my will.
I see. I said the same thing.
I'm going Pearsall, Sean Tucker.
That's fine too.
I know I've said that the matchup's not good. I'm just going to go with the volume. And,
you're going to get volume.
You might roll into the end zone.
You'll definitely get volume. Maybe he falls in the end zone.
And
I don't hate that. I feel like against the Browns, they've got a tough pass defense.
Lightning round talk. Lightning round.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I know.
Stop explaining.
Shut up. All right. With Dart out, has Flacco as a backup, but didn't want to wait for the Joe Burrow news and drop Flacco for Jordan Love. Who'd you start this week? Love versus the Vikings, T-Law against the Cardinals, Jameis Winston, or Tyler Shugg?
Love.
Yeah.
Don't love any of them. Love.
My devil saying Jameis Winston just because he's going to throw the football a million times. But Jordan Love.
I will say I'm starting Tyler Shugg in one league.
It's
gotten that bad.
All right.
But
sure. Have fun.
I mean, it's Atlanta. Atlanta's defense has been
like you shuck a corn.
There you go. Shuck. Right.
Tyler. Oh, shucks. I have to put him in my lineup. Next question.
They're pretty much, yeah. All right. Caleb Williams, Bryce Young, or Jared Goff. They've got Dart, but can't play him, obviously, with a concussion.
And he's out. Goff at home. Yeah,
Goff at home.
Good
100%
matchup.
on board with that. Okay with dropping Tez Johnson for Luther Burden for the rest of the season?
No. Chris Godwin is just one more tweak away from Tez Johnson relevancy.
You're not wrong. He's tried to come back once.
That's actually a good point. That's a good point. That puts me over
Luther
the top.
Burden is very far from relevancy.
Joe,
he finally overtook Olamide Zacchaeus.
Congratulations. Why did it take 12 weeks? Respectfully, all respect to Olamide Zacchaeus.
Did you know Burden is 10th in yards per route run this season?
That's awesome. Where's he at in fantasy points?
I'm just giving you a stat that is good in his favor. I'm not saying that.
Hey, and I'm happy for him that he's a track star, but like, where is he in fantasy points?
Fantasy points boils down to opportunity sometimes as well. So
yeah. So where is he in opportunity ranking?
Yeah. All right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce or Pearsall. Brock Purdy's a quarterback.
Pearsall. I don't love Pierce's matchup.
Pearsall.
Yeah, I think I would go Pearsall.
Play the double points. I'm a sucker for double points.
No, that's fair. I don't hate it. All right. Jay, Lindsay wants to know, what about best ball waivers?
Oh, dude, Jay, we're fighting. I didn't know there were waivers for this league.
He told me that, and I kind of laughed. I was like, that's why I haven't seen her hat drop anybody this season.
It's best ball. It is literally best ball. If you're going to make best ball with waivers, that needs to be like in the headline.
I told Wendy when she invited you to the league.
Like, that's like literally the thing. Too many leagues. Didn't know. Also, can't do it from my desktop, which is where I do. No, can't do it from my mobile. Sorry, can't do it from my mobile. Anyway, whatever.
Why can't you do sleeper waivers from mobile? It's desktop that you can't do best ball from on sleeper.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
They're fair.
I haven't tried until the last few weeks, as I told you. I didn't know they were there.
Yeah. All right. Would you guys offer Rico Dowdle and Jalen Waddle for a chance to get Devon Achane?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Offering is one thing.
I don't know
getting
that
them
you
to
need,
accept is the
but
other.
also I don't know that you need to. Like Rico and Waddle are
I'm
both
fine.
good.
I think A-Chan gives you the production of both. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, A-Chan's been on a whole other level. Like,
And you can
that's-
pick up Kadero
But
Hodge
what if
on
he gets
waivers.
hurt, Joe? Because then we can predict these things.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You can
Then you
get
go get
Kadero
Ollie
Hodge.
Gordon.
No, you go get Kadero Hodge on waivers, guys. You're fine. That opens up a roster spot for Kadero Hodge.
Would you start Christian
Oof.
Watson or Chris Godwin this week?
Godwin. Yeah, Godwin. I don't like Christian Watson.
I like Watson this week. Minnesota gives up a ton of big plays, and that's where they target Watson. So
He's 132-degree weather play away from a tweaked hamstring. Chris Godwin.
No one there demands the ball.
Correct.
We will never know who is going to have the ball. They drafted a wide receiver in the first round, and his target share is like 12. Can't trust any of them. Can't trust it. Why did I do that? I don't know.
Watson. I still would go Watson. So, all right.
Godwin.
Friendly reminder, be sure to like and subscribe over on YouTube. We'd greatly appreciate it. We're constantly trying to grow this channel. If you're listening over on the podcast, hit the follow button on Apple or Spotify.
You don't
Never
have
miss an
to.
episode. Never miss an episode. All right, one more from Joseph. Kenny Gainwell, Sean Tucker, Tyrone Tracy, or Alvin Kamara this week? Joe.
God. Tucker?
I mean, I'm not trusting Kenny Gainwell with a healthy Jalen Warren. That's what I would say. Tyrone Tracy can do
Kamara's got a
everything
good
in between the
matchup.
20s.
Do we?
Yeah, Kamara has a really good matchup.
But he also plays on the Saints.
Yeah, that's the other side of it.
I mean, I feel like there are Saints players that you've said that you would play. No?
I have not said a single Saint today that I would play.
All right, fair enough.
I said that I'm starting Tyler Shugg in one league.
No, congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy for you.
And I would start Chris Olave and Juwan Johnson.
I am playing Olave in one league. That's fair. You know what? Yeah. You know what, Joe? Roll the dice. Alvin Kamara. Fuck it, we ball. It's Atlanta. They suck. It's Atlanta. Fuck it, we ball. It's Atlanta.
There you go.
I go Kamara.
That's the spirit. Alvin Kamara it is. All right, 10-team standard league. Start 2 wide receivers and a
Can't do
flex.
Can't do math. Standard. Bye. No. This one's you.
This is all of Joe's alley. All right, start 2 wide receivers, 1 flex. Rashee Rice, Emeka Ibuka, Trevion
the first
Henderson,
three.
T. Higgins, Stephon Diggs, or
it's the
Justin
first three.
Jefferson. Yeah, it's the first 3 for me as well.
Brother, you need to play in a PPR because your team would be absolutely loaded.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
But yeah, it's the first 3.
Yeah, don't love Higgins matchup. I like Diggs, but you want touchdowns. Justin Jefferson is just out in a standard league, in my opinion, especially with this lineup. Yeah, it's Rice, Ibuka, and Henderson for me.
I love Diggs, but I'm not playing him over either of the first 3. And Keyshawn Booty's back. That's their touchdown guy.
Yep, 100%. All right, from Quincy, 1 running back, 1 wide receiver, 2 flex. Kareem Hunt, Bashaw Tootin, Devin Singletary, Keyshawn Booty, Jacoby Myers, Cedric Tillman. Which running back first?
Tootin.
Lindsay.
Same.
I got distracted. Sure. Sure. No, I wouldn't. Oh, 1 wide receiver. We're doing the running back first, right?
Yeah,
That's what
running
you're
back
saying?
first.
Yes. Yes, Tootin. Sorry.
I would go Hunt. He's their red zone guy. I think he's got the best chance to score. 1 wide receiver, Booty, Myers, Tillman.
Booty.
Lindsay.
I might go Myers.
I would go Booty. I like the matchup.
Well, my flex are Hunt and Myers, so.
Oh, because that's the next part of the question.
Yep.
So they're getting, yeah. And then
Tootin,
I would
Hunt, Booty,
have
Myers.
Booty.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hunt,
Yep.
Tootin, Booty, Myers. Yep. I like it.
So same group.
All right, from
Booty.
KJ, better tight end start.
No one
Oh,
heard
we already
that.
did this one.
Oh, we did?
Somewhat. Well, no, it's a different
Version of it,
question, but
yeah.
it's the same combo. So
Fergie.
didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did. Fergie.
No, it was Ferguson over Juwan Johnson.
You're right.
Still Fergie.
Yeah,
It's
Fergie.
Ferguson.
Definitely Fergie. All right.
Ferguson against the Eagles.
Bashaw Tootin or Rashad White?
Tootin.
Rams.
Yeah, that makes me sad to say. Rashad White. I wish it was different.
I'm never starting Rashad White.
Toot, toot, beep, beep.
No. Jay's goal on every show is to get me to say Rashad White, and I think he's only gotten me to say it like 10% of the shows this season. So. All right. Full PPR needs a flex. Michael Wilson, Jalen Warren, or Sean Tucker.
Mr. Sophia Smith.
Michael Wilson.
I don't even know who Sophia Smith is.
That is a forward for the U.S. women's national team.
Okay.
Gold medal winner, Sophia
Okay.
Smith. That's his fiance.
All right.
Yeah. I normally say whoever the more popular person is, and his fiance is way more popular than he is. So, Mr. Sophia Smith.
This is like the Us Weekly of fantasy football.
Sure.
Yeah,
why not?
That's Joe for you.
Yeah. That's why, Josh, if you'd like to hide this real quick, my lower third is Ann Michael May, because we love Ann Michael May. Drake May's wife. If you haven't seen her TikTok comment section, I highly recommend. It is the greatest thing on planet Earth.
Comment section.
Comment section.
It's literally just Bostonian men saying protect our husband.
Literally,
like plural.
But before we get back into the questions, she made like a jalapeno loaf of bread, and it literally the top comment was Giselle never made bread for us.
Giselle never.
I hate when people are funnier than me. Giselle never made bread for us. You're damn right she didn't. Continue.
Oh, I love it. All right, David Montgomery, Wan'Dale Robinson, Sean Tucker. Pick one for half PPR. Already have Gibbs in the lineup. I don't care.
Start both the Lions running backs.
Yep. Yeah.
Have fun.
100%. All right. Start Jalen Hurts against Dallas.
Yes.
Or Brock Purdy against the Carolina Panthers.
It hurts.
It's hurts. It's got to be the week.
It's always hurts. All right, full PPR. Pick two. Ricky Pearsall, Parker Washington, Andre Yoshivas.
Yoshivash. It's Pearsall for me.
Pick two.
And Pearsall and
crap.
Yoshi. Pearsall and Yoshi.
Yep.
I don't even know if I can do that, you guys. I mean,
Have
Parker
you seen the
Washington.
New England secondary.
It's Yoshivash who is bound and determined to score 7 points no matter what his set of circumstances are.
Well, I've seen Carlton Davis play enough football to tell you that Andre Yoshivas will be just fine.
Yeah, I think Yoshi's finding the end zone at least once today.
Okay.
I'm very in on Yoshivas. I too am going Pearsall and Yoshi. So there's that.
Yoshi.
All right. Next question. Defense question. Looking to set the defenses for the playoffs. All the top defenses are taken. They've got the Saints this week against the Falcons. Would you stash Tampa?
I don't know. What's their schedule? I'm going to pull it up right now.
I would not. I think Tampa's defense is terrible. But
yeah, but if their matchups are good. Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins. Sure. Like, I don't hate it.
I mean, I think they're better than the Saints defense.
Saints for this week.
I don't hate it. Yeah, I don't hate it. Home against Arizona, home against the Saints, home against the Falcons.
I mean, it's on paper, it's a good schedule.
Sure. So, yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay.
Why would it be necessary to set your defense for the playoffs?
Just stashing one for the playoffs. Like if you're already in or you're close to getting in and you have the ability to look
Just
forward
making
and
sure that you have the ones lined
play
up.
the defense matchup.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Yep.
Yeah. Ryan, who he's our big streaming guy, that's kind of what he loves to do is stash defense.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. I was like, you're setting it, even like picking one now and just being like, that's my defense. I just wanted to clarify that. Okay.
Yeah, you're just looking ahead.
All right. Standard League, Michael Pittman or Stephon Diggs?
Diggs.
Yeah, I'm going Diggs.
Oh, sorry. Standard. Can't do math. Not weighing in.
Fair.
Work
Diggs.
Work for a math company. Not doing it myself.
Are we playing Dak over Danny Dimes this week? 1,000% yes.
Yes.
Lindsay?
Yeah.
Okay. Need a quarterback this week, Sam Darnold or Jacoby Brissett?
Darnold against Tennessee. Don't overthink this one.
Yes.
Darnold against Tennessee.
Also,
Darnold
this is the year of unlearning the you have to be a rushing quarterback to have success.
100%.
Right?
Matt
Like
Stafford.
this is the weirdest year like that ever where these pocket quarterbacks are having a comeback.
I mean, even Lamar is doing it with his arm.
Not that Sam is a pocket. I mean, Sam can definitely scramble.
He can
and pick up
scoot
some
when he
yards.
needs to, but he's a
He's a pocket
pass.
passer.
Yep.
My biggest thing with Darnold, and we saw it a couple weeks ago, they'll get up so
Bad.
big on a bad opponent, and he'll throw 10, 12 times. That's it. And it'll be
Yeah.
QB 20 in the week. Like, I'd rather take the safe points that I know are coming with Prescott.
Sammy D.
Yeah, I go Sam.
I'm the odd one out. It's okay.
Some of these will be touched.
Cash
no
Money
way.
does point out Darnold has been terrible. Yeah, he has been terrible because he's played good defenses. Have you watched Tennessee this year?
Oh, Tennessee's
Yeah.
bad.
Last week, like, please, I implore you to throw last week out.
They
Week,
played a
the
great
interceptions,
defense
it is
last
the
week, yeah.
Rams defense. It's what they did. It is not about, like, if you're saying Sam Darnold's been terrible in fantasy, like, that's a different conversation. But if you're saying, like, oh, last week 4 interceptions, like, please.
Well, no, and
please
that's
throw
what I
that
was
away.
getting at a couple weeks ago where I can't remember. I think it was the Monday night game against the Cardinals. Like, they got up so big so early that they just ran the ball 46 times and he only had to throw 12.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could very well happen against Tennessee because they're just that bad. And that to me is like you're playing the game script there. Jacoby Brissett's going to throw the football one way or the other.
Part of the volume play there is that, like, the fact that they don't give him the ball that much is what sets him up to be highly efficient when they do throw him the ball. He has the
100%.
largest ADOT in the league. Like, he's throwing the ball downfield, and also the completion percentage is in the 70s. Like, he's there. The offense sets him up to pick up chunk yards, which can also help you. Like, he's not throwing it a ton, but he's still getting the yards.
Yeah, JSN is like blowing everybody away in yards per route run this season. It's wild.
By a lot.
Yeah, a lot. Start 2 PPR. Romadunze, Michael Pittman Jr., or Jalen Warren. Who are we sitting here, Joe?
Warren.
Who are you sitting? Adunze Pitt.
More consistent volume is Jalen Warren. Higher upside is Michael Pittman. You're starting Roma Dunze. Is what I would say.
I would agree with that. I think Warren's a safe play.
I do too.
Volume.
Yeah. If you want safer, Jalen Warren.
I mean, that feels like a question that is, are you expected to win or do you need to take a swing?
Yeah.
Like,
I
it
agree
might
with
just depend on what your matchup looks like.
All right, kicker question. Would you drop Chris Boswell to pick up Kaimi Fairbairn, who played Thursday, or Cameron Dicker?
Dicker's on a bye, so you're not doing...
Well, I'm assuming this is going to be for next week since Fairbairn's already played anyway.
I would pick up Fairbairn. Yeah, you're going to pick up Kaimi.
Yeah, they've not been a good red zone team, the Texans.
I don't even want to think about kickers.
I'll take him. That's
the correct answer. Thank you, Lindsay.
Kieran Williams.
Kieran Williams or Javonte Williams in a standard league?
Kieran Williams, next question.
Yeah, I think Kieran Williams is the best.
Kyron. Come on,
Kieran.
guys.
Kyron?
Kieran?
Kyron? I don't freaking know.
He went to Notre Dame. Who
I hear
cares?
everybody pronounce it differently, and
He went
it's
to
like
Notre
tomato,
Dame.
tomato to me.
It's fine.
All right, Travis Etienne or Sean Tucker this week?
ETN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Etienne as well. All right, from Tay, start 3. Tez Johnson, Bayshal Tootin, Kayshawn Boutte, DJ Moore, Tajay Spears, Ricky Pearsall.
Tootin, Booty, Pearsall. That booty be tootin'. Okay.
Such unfortunate names. Like, I think of them like when they're like 8 in all of these situations.
Tootin, Booty, Pearsall.
Yeah, I could do that.
Super chat.
Yep.
Not
I'm
Tez.
fine with that as well. All right. From Byron, standard league need 2 wide receivers.
Lindsay's out.
Yep.
Rashee Rice,
You guys can
Jameson
keep a
Williams, Jordan Addison, Ricky Pearsall, Alec Pierce.
First two.
Yeah, I'm with the first 2 as
Rice
well.
and JMO.
2 running backs, Emmanuel Wilson, David Montgomery, Tyrone Tracy.
Monty and Tracy.
Agreed. And then
Jordan
we have
Addison in the flex. Jordan Addison in the flex.
If it's a standard, I might go Pierce.
Jordan Addison in the flex. They both have touchdown upside.
Yeah, they both have touchdown upside.
One is playing a worse defense. Jordan Addison.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
Both
All
quarterbacks are mid.
Also true. All right. If we have time, we'd like to hear reasonings of Sean Tucker versus Trey Tucker in a half PPR. Volume.
Yeah, volume.
Yeah, projected volume. I think that's the biggest thing. Even in a worse matchup.
Sorry.
So
I meant to start.
you're good. All right. Any word on Jacobs? If he doesn't play, would you start Wilson or Bam Knight? You're definitely starting Wilson over Bam Knight. I can tell you
Correct.
that right
But it looks like Jacobs is going to play.
now. I would agree. Anything to say? Add, Lindsay?
If he does not, then yes, I would rather
Lindsay
have
loves her
a,
some
a
Bam
running
Knight.
back in the Packers offense than Bam Knight.
Facts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm guessing start one. Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, or Sean Tucker. This is pulling on my heartstrings here.
Just with the weird injury designation, I will go David Montgomery just because of the weird injury pop-up. Not 9 times out of 10, it's still going to be Kenneth Walker, but David Montgomery is going to find the end zone.
Yeah. Lindsay.
I might go Kenneth Walker in this situation.
Yeah.
Although I also might just usually have Montgomery in my lineup and not revisit it. Like, I'm not trying to take David Montgomery out of my lineup almost ever.
I was going to say,
Right?
I
Like,
want
I'm
to play
fine.
the first two, and I want to know why you have to decide between these two, truthfully.
Yeah, this is my burner account, guys, so I don't really know.
But Sean
Unbelievable.
Tucker is definitely the third man in this situation.
Correct. I don't think there's a wrong answer between Walker and Montgomery. That's what I will say.
I'm only saying Monty because of that weird injury designation that popped up. If
Yeah,
that
it did
didn't
pop up late. I don't love
If that didn't pop up, I would say Kenneth Walker this week, but I will go Monty.
Browns or the Packers defense this
Browns. Myles Garrett's going to have 7 sacks.
week? Yeah, against Shador. Yeah. Lindsay.
Nope. Shador's on his team, but it's
No, I
against
knew that.
Gino.
Against Gino. Wow.
Shador's on his team, but it's against Gino. Yeah, no, Max Crosby and Myles Garrett might combine.
They're the same
for-
guy anyway.
They might combine for 12 sacks. That's for real.
Are they like the only reasons to watch that game, by the way?
Yes.
Miles
it's
versus
defensive end.
Max.
Yep.
Yes.
Like, if this was prime time, those would be the two people.
If I was
on the
making the
graphic.
matchup graphic, that's what it would be. Correct.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Jackson Powers Johnson versus Shador Sanders. Continue.
Although they would definitely put Shador on the graphic.
Of course they would.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, he's a big
Like,
talking point. I mean,
watch.
I've never seen a QB3 get talked about more.
Get ready for
It's
first take
wild.
on Monday. You need to know what they're talking about.
I can't wait for Arch Manning to go in the 5th round and people just talk about him because he's related to Eli and Peyton. Continue.
Oh, yeah, it's the Browns defense for me. Another defense question: Ravens or Raiders?
Ravens. They both are playing bad teams. One defense actually has some good players. I am playing the Raiders in one league. I will
am
say
too.
that. But the
I am
Ravens
too.
defense
Yeah,
against New York.
I'm going the Ravens as well. Full PPR.
How many times does Myles Garrett sack? Gino?
What's up?
Legitimately 4. Like, I think 4 is the minimum. Warren,
Judkins, Warren, Metcalf, or Pearsall?
Warren and Pearsall.
Not Metcalf.
Not
Yeah,
Metcalf.
I don't.
God,
I would
no.
not trust Metcalf with.
I don't trust
offense
Metcalf
right
with
now.
Aaron Rodgers. Warren and Pearsall.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
had a really disappointing season.
You're
I
telling
thought he'd
me.
have more touchdowns than 5
I don't know
at this point.
either of them. But yeah.
Yeah, Warren and Pearsall. Jacoby Brissett. I think this answers because they've
It's
already ruled out
Brissett.
Burrow.
Burrow's
So
out.
it's Burrow
Brissett.
or Brissett. Excuse me. Next one: Roma Dunze or Brees Hall this week.
Adunze.
Lindsay.
Yeah, I'm nodding. I'm nodding in agreement.
She's nodding in agreement. Come on now.
I know we upload this and people can't see the video. so
True,
there's
good
that.
point. I didn't know that. So learning that an hour and 13 minutes in.
Yeah, we got to speed this up because I want to get. We've taken up way too much of your time already.
yeah.
All right. Started Woody Marks, didn't work out so well.
Oh.
Need to sit one between Ibuka, Jefferson, and
Oh my
JSN.
God, you guys know.
Yeah,
Justin
you're
Jefferson.
sitting Justin Jefferson. Yeah.
Not even a question.
It's you. First of all, never type JSN in a question like this.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the rest of the season, never
JSN
ask.
in your lineup.
JSN is go at all times, foot on the gas.
Rams defense is good. He had 123 yards against the Rams. You're good. Yeah. JSN.
Yeah.
Keep him in
All
always.
right. We already did that one already.
Well, it was different,
Yes.
but yes, it's because Godwin's back.
100%. All right. Need to start between Tyler Warren or Brock Bowers.
You're
Which one
never
are you going
sitting
with?
Brock Bowers. I
Yeah,
don't care
I
who
would
it
agree
is.
with that. Lindsay?
I mean,
You're not-
okay. Well, let's go to the next part of the question.
Okay.
Okay. Which
Flex
is the flex.
2. Tedero McMillan, Travion Henderson, or one of the tight ends that we don't start.
I would still go Tat and Henderson.
Yeah, I'm starting Bowers, Tet, and Henderson.
Yes.
I think I would think about the Warren Tet.
No.
This is what I would say, and this is why I don't like starting tight ends in a flex. Tight ends rarely score 30-point games. We literally just saw Tet put up over 30. Tyler Warren has not broken 20 this season.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Bowers, Tet, Hendo.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
You should not have Bowers and Warren on your team.
Correct. Trade
You should have
Tyler
traded
Warren.
one of
Yeah,
them.
you gotta
And
trade
if
one
this
of them.
is the last week, like
Mhm.
where you can do that, I would make a big effort in the next 20.
Look,
12 hours
it paid dividends with Bowers missing 3 games earlier this season. So,
I'll answer this quick because we'll all agree. Pickens and Michael Wilson. You're sitting Justin Jefferson.
I cannot believe we just uttered the words "sitting Justin Jefferson" for Michael Wilson.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
I can. I can. I can.
I can't, and I feel like the universe is gonna hit us with that one.
Is it?
It's Michael Wilson, who's not new to football and has had the week that he had last week.
He has
exactly
the Team USA
one
bump.
times. Like, this is Justin Jefferson. Like, we're getting a little bit like carried
It definitely
away here.
feels like getting.
I
too
understand
cute
his
kind of
quarterback
thing.
situation has been consistent. I am comfortable sitting Michael Wilson to
Sign
keep
me up.
Justin Jefferson in my lineup.
Sign me up for Michael Wilson.
As a Justin Jefferson manager this season, it has been rough sledding.
Agreed. I'm just begging people to look at more than one game for Michael Wilson. Like I get that he had an insane game last week and it might happen this week, but like in terms of like the year's worth of history that we have with him on the field, he's done that how many times before?
Jag secondary is so bad.
Next question.
That's where I'm at. But anyway. All right. Trade question. Wide receivers are Lamb, Sutton, BTJ. Would you trade Lamb for T. Higgins and Jamison Williams in a half PPR? Currently has Trey McBride carrying their team. Joe, how would you go? You're obviously trading the better player here, but you're adding a little bit more depth at wide receiver.
I don't like Jamison Williams. No, you keep CeeDee Lamb. You already have your wide receiver 2, and it's Trey McBride.
Yeah, JMO is one of those guys that's going to be on your bubble every single week. Like, should I start him? Should I not? Like, the answer is going to be no. More at like as often as I would just stick with Lamb.
Yep.
Yeah, I would stick with Lamb as well. I do like Jamison Williams the rest of the season with Dan Campbell calling the plays. He seems to want to get JMO very heavily involved, but I don't love trading the best player in the deal. Yoshivas or Keyshawn Boutte in a half PPR. Also, your thoughts on Devin Neal if Kamara doesn't play?
No.
Keyshawn Boutte.
I go Boutte. And I don't think I could bring myself to play Devin Neal unless I like literally was in a situation like the one where I'm starting Kadero Hodge.
I have to be on life support to start Devin Neal.
Yep, 100%. And I'm going to be the odd one out. I'm going to take Yoshivas over Boutte this week.
Okay, cool. Be wrong.
I know. It happens all the time. Juwan Jennings or Alec Pierce this week?
Juwan Jennings.
Lindsay.
Yeah, Jennings.
Yeah, I'm going to go Jennings as well. All right. Need a wide receiver 2 and a 3 plus a flex. They've got Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor, Travion Henderson. At wide receiver, would you go Tez Johnson, Parker Washington, Jordan Addison, Jacoby Myers? So need, 2 of those?
2 receivers.
Addison and Myers.
Yeah.
I would go that as well. And then a flex spot, we're adding Charbonnet, one of the Packers running backs.
Charbonnet.
I go with one of the Packers running backs.
I would as well.
Zach Charbonnet Vulture Week, folks. Get ready for it.
Not doing it. I have faith in Kenneth Walker, damn it. All right, final question. Would you trade Javonte Williams for A.J. Brown and Aaron Jones?
No.
Only if you need to, like if you're playing someone that is unplayable in that extra spot. That's the only way I would.
Isn't A.J. Brown technically unplayable?
It feels that way.
He did tell you to drop him.
He did. That he did. I'm
would
not
keep-
trading Javonte Williams.
I would keep Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I too would keep.
I
Javonte.
tend to lean towards that also.
Yeah.
But I also think that AJ is going to turn it around. So if you need two and
I'm
you
glad
need to
you
fill
have
one
faith in
last
it.
spot, then I would say fine.
Lindsay, I'm glad you have faith because I'm struggling on that one.
Fine.
All right, and that will do it. 80 minutes in, Lindsay. Thank you so much for your time this week. Please remind everybody where they can find you and everything that you're working on.
Sumer Sports, we have a podcast once a week. It's real football and not fantasy. So if you're into that kind of thing, we're going to be talking about backup quarterbacks with Luke McCown this next week on the show. And if you are into any of the data, like the advanced data that could inform these decisions, Joe, I'm just going to block you from my screen. Can you put a graphic
Here,
up over
hold
his
on,
face
hold on, I'll
again?
leave.
Like a really long question.
Go ahead. I'll leave. I'll leave for this
Sumersports.com.
segment. Go ahead.
Has the data tables, and then also you can go to Sumer Brain off of that page, and you can ask them any fantasy question that you want to. Like I said, who has outscored their projections the most in the last 6 weeks, and it'll fire up. Like these guys have outscored their projections consistently. So I would say if you're going to Sumer Brain, I would put in questions like that as opposed to should I start this guy or that guy? Because then, like I said earlier, it'll point you to projections, trying to kind of code it so that it does more than that in the future. But right now, if you want more than projections, you have to ask a specific question.
No, I love that. I've used Sumer Sports for a lot of the personnel breakdowns, so I haven't had a chance to check out Sumer Brain yet. So
that's right. It has a personnel filtering capabilities. So
love that. All right, for Lindsay, for Joe,
Joe's back.
I'm Josh.
Well,
This has been Starts a Different Day. Good luck, everybody, in your Week 12 matchups. We will see everybody on Monday morning for our recap show. Gator J will be back with myself and Mr. Ryan Weiss. We'll see everybody.
That's when we find out that Justin Jefferson scored more than Michael Wilson. I'll be following along. Bye.
See you guys.